Okay, YouTube, so let me tell you, they let me know how this year was gonna go. Because I saw a boxing match where this guy looked like Timothy Delgado. I did have my channel similar to Timothy Delgado, knew I became the real version of him. Through and through, and what happens is, he gets the majority of the punches, and I mean, this guy really will punch the other dude, which is my guy that I'm voting for. And literally, he ends up, out-punching him, out-cornering him, outclassing him. And the other person still wins. Literally, it's connected to literally my 29 the whole time that I've been overriding the system. And I was, kind of upset because I recognized that literally they just admitted that, I won, basically. And it happened over and over and over again. And there is a time where literally Mike Tyson lost where I voted for him, but I knew to vote for that other person literally at times, since I know how cringe works and revolves around. But I was literally getting physically exhausted, over and over and over again. This is an informational video, about me being a black man. Henry is a broken, man. What that means is he's a plastic man in prison that's in a square. And the year beforehand, literally the whole year, with Daniela, was the year where I voted for that boxing guy and he won. So it's very controversial. I know how to fight, the Uzi Booty Blood 29, but what really happened was history repeats itself. And the level of lore that I was at lately and how I kept up with Akira Toriyama and maturity infuriated me because nobody, got the deal, because what happens, to cops, to real people, honestly, is the reason why people literally don't have kids in their 30s is because life is tough and they gave themselves too much time to relax. So let's get real here. This is my knowledge of external information. I'm sorry, excuse the French. But remember the video where I was talking about Mr. Pablo's daughter? That's one that he fucked around. And what happened literally with the curly hair Empress from here was he drove her to the side when I had the yellow nano iPod, literally, and he told her literally about the sex I had in junior high. When she was all like, oh, I like him, I like the guy Empress from here, I want, make babies with him, I want to do this is that. Mr. Pablo's like, you want to do what? It's this with Eris? Literally, and he's like, let me tell you, Eris is this and that. And she kept on talking about him. This is the information I had throughout all 29 literally, and nothing, could do anything, and then I had to deal with a retarded cop. And the truth about me being a black man is coming up in this video, but in reality, literally, she was one of the many girls that are on me, literally, and you can't fool me with complexity because, literally, I explained to them, how my mother's, concern about, literally, where it comes to, harassing people and people, not taking me too seriously. They took me seriously enough to make a gang that's really serious. And what I did was I connected it to my kids. I made sure they never had that problem by filling up their subconscious constantly. So it's all baby Virginia, oh boo hoo hoo, John Hart. But in reality, one of the many problems I have as a black man. Let me give you one example. My first girlfriend's name was Audrey. And what happened was, literally, I was feeling on her for an hour, literally, doing this and that. I didn't feel anything until I got the kiss. Then my dick got as hard as a volcano. It was fire, So what happened was, later on in life, that's how I know, psychiatrists are bullshit, celebrities and cops are bullshitting, because what happened was, while I left her alone, for a long while, I was on a come up, literally. She sent me this dude with her ass as big as my fucking shoulders. And then Robert told me a story about literally a girl from Robertson whose ass is as big as my shoulders. And ever since then, lately, she's just one of those girls. But I stand back, with that. I know that, Audrey's connected to Standard. And I stay away from her to a certain extent. But that was when she had a boyfriend. And what ends up happening, literally, when you have an animation studio, and you have, tons of bitches, Audrey's teas get bigger, literally, you have tons and tons of fucking drama. As much as they like to say that they want the best for me, in mental health, they stop me from getting good coochie in order to keep me in a fantasy. And I told them, I'm not having it anymore. You have the power to take me away from deep, relationships like Vanessa and Xavier, and especially Shannon, and I'm done with it. I'm done literally with you shoving this down my throat when I have Marissa Palmer for the 100th time. I know how shit actually works, literally. They actually have fake boyfriends because real gangsters want to kill them, literally, and they actually like me for who I am, not just because I'm believably handsome, but because it's the truth. And that problem where hella bitches are your jock, literally, and you're expecting, people like Abby to be married by now, I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you have to understand. It's the truest shit ever, and that's why people can't stand it. You gotta get old, and that was one of the main things I've been trying, to express, especially, through Mamacita. I'm like, this is bullshit. Do you know that I used to have suicide characters like Mamacita, Lily, and Skittles? I had to go back to the days when it was drowsy. I brought back the old days with me and Smeggy on my channel, Lily. I still didn't get that. I made sure that me and Smeggy had our Wu-Tang Clan symbol. Plus, not only that, literally, I don't blame Pop so much as an adult when I was 29. Literally, all the judges did this by making the pussy at, Yuzan did this, Yuzan turned himself into a spirit, literally, Yuzan fooled Uncle David, all the way to the point where the judge in my head became a bus driver. Literally, fool at the fucking movies, and I was mad.